Taylor, do y'all smoke and play Delta-8, or you just?
Oh no, we smoke a tremendous amount of Delta-8. I take a huge amount of edibles usually, and then I'm just ripped to shit playing whatever, we're either Magic or sometimes we play Super Smash. She doesn't like to play Super Smash that much because she doesn't know the moves, and I just kind of dominate. But yeah, Delta-8 rocks. It really is. Like, I've had people in my real life push back and be like, no, it's not the same. And then they like have to step back because of legal stuff. And then they start smoking Delta-8 and they're like, yeah, it was the same. You were right. You just have to take literally twice as much.
So Delta-8 doesn't really do it for me, but THC-O does. Like THC-O is pretty wild.
You like Delta-8.
That's dangerous shit, bro. That gives people seizures.
Not yet.
What is THC-O, Drifter? Can you lay it out? Why?
THC is THC delta. I forget the delta, but it's an acetate. They add an acetate molecule to it, which I don't remember the details. It changes how it's absorbed in both your bloodstream and your brain. And there's blah, 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 blah math. Basically, THC-O is roughly twice the strength of regular like California weed. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people like it. It also tends to be more hallucinogenic, which is super fun. But at least in the state of Oklahoma, they had a series of people having seizures from it because I guess it was too strong or something.
A bunch of pussies.
Somebody gave me a shit ton of it for free, and I was too afraid to even try it because it seems like unhealthy.
Isn't THC like a natural?
I can just mail it.
THC is a natural
right, drugs with a Z on the box.
Say that again, Taylor. Yeah, no, it is. It's supposed to be. I don't know why it does that.
THC is supposed to suppress potential seizures.
But if you want free cannabis, I'll give you a tip. All you need to do is upload a weed video. Not long after the October-ish appearance, I posted a tour of a cannabis farm where we did the whole thing. It was like 40 minutes of like me and this whole like endless field of weed or whatever. And it's got like 700,000 views. And all these companies, they just like Google people that are making weed videos. And I get emails all the time. Hey, do you want to try my products? Hey, do you want to try my products? Hey, we got a Delta-8. And it's pretty much just like, yes, 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 yes. And now I have this literal like basket of Delta-8 I can carry around the house with everything that you can imagine. It has been glorious.
Is there a way we could pivot the podcast into getting Kyle and I a bunch of free legal drugs?
So I was just imagining sort of a situation where we would just. We'll talk about this later.
Don't give away any good ideas.
Sponsor. Pivoting off of that, in a weird way, Delta-8 fixed my back recently. So you may know spine's broken, 2 pieces, not super comfortable. I do a lot of core work to mostly hold myself up with the ab muscles. They're not anything impressive. It's unfixable.
What does that mean?
That means that the surgery you do to get it fixed has a much higher chance of failing than helping. So it's smarter, especially since I'm younger and relatively okay to build muscles instead. But that's not really the point. Bad back, ooh, boo-hoo, me, whatever. Did a bunch of Delta-8 with my wife, very much so like what you were talking about, Taylor. We did a lot of that, and we played video games while some Adult Swim shit was on TV. That was my night. And then we moved on to other adult activities. And as a guy with a store back, I have to be a little bit more careful. We got to pick our positions a little bit, tactically, but I'm high as fuck. I am lit. I'm not thinking about anything of that. I'm just jumping on there like I'm 19 and like bang, 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 bang. It's kind of dangerous given the problem. And midway in, I do it and I feel a pop. And I'm like, oh shit. Because I can feel it in the vertebra that's not so well connected. And I'm like, oh God. I'm like having a fucking anxiety attack. And I'm like, well, it's not hurting. Might hurt like a motherfucker in the morning. This might be my last time for a while. Better go here. And, just pass out like that weed hangover, just like dead. Wake up in the morning. And the first thing I remember is like, oh, fuck. I had rough sex last night and I popped my back. So I'm like getting out of bed, like really cautiously with like all the little support handles. And I'm like, okay, doesn't hurt. Like weird. And I like move around. And I'm like, wow, that actually feels kind of good back there. You bend over, stand up, do a squat. I'm like, wow, I think that's like way better than yesterday. What the fuck did I do? I think I literally, I fucked it back into place. I was super happy with that. And I say that is marijuana, not marijuana, it's Delta-8 doing its job.
Yeah, that's medical.
See, like, I'm, first of all, it's great that you fucked your back into place.
Oh, it's lovely. Best way to do it.
Kyle, you liked Delta-8 for a bit until you were like, this isn't strong
I discovered
enough.
There's something stronger. Well, it was never.
But
quite
is
as strong as
is THC-O? Is it the same feeling I'll get from Delta-8 and regular weed? Because that's what I like about Delta-8.
Yeah.
Is it gives me the same relaxation as regular weed. I don't mind that it takes twice as much to get to the same level because it's the same sensation. Like THC-O, I don't want to feel like fucking neurotic or
Well, you
like
get
really energized or something
Yeah,
on
you
it.
get like really, really itchy. But it's mostly your eyeballs, so you can't scratch them. So
This
you're
is so
fine.
fun.
Okay.
Like you're not going to scratch your eyeballs unless you do too much, and then you go like crazy at them. But
Mhm.
just don't do too much.
Just do a reasonable amount of THC-O.
No, it feels exactly like marijuana. It's just
you
pretty
need
fucking
way
Yeah.
less of it than Delta-8.
then like Delta-8, and it's it's all cheap. Like I order it from that website where it's like 50 cents a gram or something like that. It's so goddamn
Yeah.
cheap.
What's
But then, like,
your standard dose? What do you
I
take?
I've been using like mostly these vape pens. Like this is actually from my gas station. This is from the website. This is called Cannabeast. CANNIBEAST Cannabeast.com. And I've got the what is this fucking Acapulco Gold?
Acapulco Gold. They
20
even spell cannabis with an I instead of an A.
Yeah,
in the beginning,
Cannabeast.
so it's like Cannabeast. It's not the same.
Yeah, and but and like the girl at the gas station, she's like, "We have Delta-8 and 1.5," and I'm just like, "No, I want the THC-O."
Why is the girl at your gas station talking to you in this way?
Does the hallucination
She
part of
might
it work?
be
It's
from
supposed to
another-
be more psychoactive. Like,
I
does it
don't
make
know.
you see things?
Fuck no.
Oh, that's a shame. I love that shit.
I've done a lot of acid before, and I saw things there. But even then, like you're seeing things alter themselves. You're seeing like clouds like pulsate or breathe,
Mhm.
or like colors sort of expand and shrink and stuff. You're not seeing like a fucking pink midget dance into the room or a
Right, that's fine.
leprechauns and never.
Nobody
anything even
wants
close to
that.
I would love that, but that's
A
not what
pink
you.
leprechaun.
If a pink leprechaun came in and was like, "Oh," and like had some gold and had to chase him around for half an hour, that'd be the best drug in the world. I don't know what I'd pay for that. If they were like, "It's $1,000 a hit," I'd be like, "How long does it last?"
Okay,
last
you've
for a
definitely
year.
done the
We'd be
most
high all
drugs.
year for that.
Have you ever had synesthesia from cannabis or Delta-8 or THC-O?
I don't know what that is.
Wait,
That's where you can like
synesthesia
your
is where-
senses get
yeah.
mixed up. You can hear things visually. You can taste sounds and stuff like that.
No,
It's
No,
where
I
your brain doesn't interpret input correctly, and so like seeing blue might make you taste something,
Mhm.
or like feeling something might make you imagine.
I'll tell you what. If I taste
Very
blue,
interesting.
if I ever taste blue, then I'm going to reevaluate this whole Delta.
No, it's not that.
thing.
It's not that you're tasting blue. It's that seeing blue triggers something that makes you taste potentially something else. So it could be
I
watermelon.
refuse to draw a distinction between what I said and what you said. They're both ridiculous things.
Yeah, one was retarded, one was well thought out, but
Same
I was
thing.
just curious. That's
Same
something that happens to me when I get really high, and very infrequently that'll happen, and I can like taste a sound or something. It's really weird, but I think it's kind of fun. It's not harmful or scary.
What
It's kind of like
sound-
Nito.
what was a sound that you tasted, and what was the sound, and what did it taste like?
A creaky door, a little bit less of a flavor, felt like a potato chips, like I was crunching on something in my mouth, because I think it was creaking and my brain was interpreting that as more of a crunch. Certain flavors would translate to like skin tactile sensations, and
Interesting.
the biggest one was that sound would come out a little bit more visually. Like if I hear certain musics and whatever, that I started seeing like a lot of multicolor triangles and stuff, but each little beat was a little different.
And wait, I'm curious about the sound thing. So was this at the same time period that you were experiencing that much more mild synesthesia, or was it after that? Like the other kind you were talking about where you might taste a chip?
I mean, it all happens at kind of the same time.
Interesting.
It's not super intense or insane or anything. It's just really neato. It's like a neat sensation that you don't normally get. So it's been fun.
No, I guess most people would never experience that, because like, and it sounds like something that like before we understood the science of the brain, people would be like, that's bullshit. You're making stuff up. That's nonsense. But because we know the different areas of the brain associated with different tendencies and feelings and sensations, like it is weird that you could have a sensation on your tongue triggered by your eye.